Did you not choose this life? I mean, you chose to be a WWE superstar.
What do we want to talk about?
I am him! I am him!
Hey, it's the Red Carpet Reign featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King himself. Got another good one for you guys today. Gonna talk about WWE Monday Night Raw. We got the Raw live results of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament as it continues on. And we also had a bonus round, guys. We definitely have talk about why was these matches not televised, talking about this past weekend of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. I want to talk about that as well. Thank you all for coming out. We are here. Let's talk about it. I will go over Raw, give you my review on it, and then also I will talk about the bonus round. Also live on Facebook. Facebook will be here talking about Raw. If you want to catch the bonus round, we're going to end it at Facebook. You got to come to Red Carpet Reign on YouTube only. So just keep that in mind. But other than that, though, let's get into it. Let's see who came to the ring first. We are going to talk about the Raw for May 13th. So let's see who came in first. Figure 4 TV, salute to you. CeeLo, salute to you. Let's get into it. Before we get into it, though, make sure you keep the like and subscribe on. Keep the notification bell on when you hit see notifications when I talk about Raw or SmackDown recent episodes. But before then, let's talk about the match card. Give you guys a few minutes to look over the match card. We're mainly talking about the King and Queen of the Ring tournament matches. Let's check it out. You guys a couple minutes to look that over. All right, now those are the matches looked over. You got 4 matches to qualify to go to the next round. Let's talk about the beginning of Monday Night Raw, guys. We must have been, Raw always start off in the kitchen because they was definitely cooking. We had Drew and the World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest cooking each other on the mic. This was entertaining, guys. Very entertaining. Drew McIntyre said that Damian is a paper champion. Says CM Punk sucks. He said if you root for Punk, you suck too. Talking about the fans. Saying that I'm gonna keep going Jay, but Damian is a BS champion. He was going in, but Damian came back right at him. Came right back at him and gave him that work. Definitely came back at him. This was funny. This was very, very funny, guys. Damian and Drew was going at it. They said some very funny things to each other. This was a good way to kick off the show. We know Drew's been a beast, literally a beast on the mic as of late. And I do believe that CM Punk been low-key helping him out with his promos. You ain't hear you heard me say that first though. But other than that though, guys, Damian and Drew said some very good things. And Drew said some good, Damian definitely has some good points. He said a couple of things actually. Telling me you whine by everything. This is the life you chose.
Did you not choose this life? I mean, you chose to be a WWE superstar, right?
And he was right. You chose this life, Damian. Drew, I think there's a future feud that's going to be lit. Very good feud. Let's keep our eye out for this feud. It's going to be a very good feud between Drew and the World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest. 2 big men going at it. That's my opinion. What you guys say so far? Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. Yeah, I think it'll be a great feud. Also, Damian said some more good stuff to Drew as well.
More WrestleMania. But you stopped me from cashing in multiple times.
Yep, you stopped him multiple times from cashing in, and he had a point. He had a very, very good point. You stopped him from cashing in, Mr. Drew. He says he's going to cash in on Damian, but he ended up cashing in on you. And then he said good things, saying you were supposed to be focused on, win the world title and get up out of there. Take your wife and have your moment and get up out of there. But instead, you supposed to see CM Punk, and it ended up costing you the World Heavyweight Champion. So that was on you. But he said some very good points too, Mr. Drew McIntyre. Drew, you got to eat that L, man. You got to eat it, boy. But yeah, this is a good way to kick off Monday Night Raw. Like I said, we'll get into the matches. One match they did kick off. Talk about here. Let's see. We'll talk about Lyra Valkyria and IYO SKY. They both advanced. Lyra advances by defeating Zoey Stark. And then also IYO SKY advances by defeating Shayna Baslzer. So we got next week is going to be Lyra Valkyria versus IYO SKY. Whoever wins goes to the finals next week. Well, whoever wins the finals go to the finals at King and Queen of the tournament to become, Queen of the Ring. So this is a very good matchup. I think this is going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a good matchup between these two. Very good one. I can't wait. I think it's going to be a very good one. Lyra is showing us how good she can be in the ring. IYO, of course, did her thing. It sucks that, we ain't got no Shayna in it. It sucks. We like Shayna. And I know she just advanced this past weekend for a non-televised match, beating Maxxine Dupri, who took Selena Vega's spot. But yeah, this was a very, very good one. Very good one. I like where this was going. But these two women, they're going to duke it out. They're going to definitely duke it out. Both of these two going to duke it out. So I think Lyra's going to defeat IYO. I think Lyra's going to defeat IYO, honestly, my opinion. I don't see IYO defeating Lyra. That's my opinion. But you guys let me know what you think about that. And then we had another match coming up. Kofi versus Gunther. And Gunther advances to he advances in the tournament. Kofi came out swinging, like really swinging, coming at the boy hard. He came at Gunther hard, man. And Gunther, he put the powerbomb on, but he made Kofi defeat him by making him step out. So we're going to see what else that can do, but he definitely did his thing. We're gonna definitely see if Gunther wins the tournament. He's actually my favorite to head in. I think he's the favorite to actually win. I got my money on Gunther. I don't know what you guys think. I got my money on Gunther to win this tournament. So he could very well win the whole thing. Very well could be. Let's be honest. Kofi wasn't going to win beating on Gunther. Let's be honest here. But that's my opinion. This was another solid match. Let's see what else. We have some more matches going on in the tournament. Got some more matches going on, definitely. Let's see who else got in this tournament. Who else got in? Let's see. We had Lyra this. We also had a little DQ match, had a regular match. This was not a tournament match, but this was Becky versus Dakota Kai. And we had Liv Morgan. She got slapped punched backstage by Becky. As we know, Lyra is partner up with Becky. We know that Liv Morgan's on her revenge tour. It was a 1-on-1 Dakota versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch won by DQ. The Damage Control and Liv Morgan came in, attacked Becky, and then Damage Control, they all were attacking Becky, and that was it. Lyra came out to help her again, same like last week, but we could see that's going to be really tension between Becky and Liv Morgan as they have that match at Queen of the Ring for the Women's World Championship, Becky's Women's World Championship. Well, I like Dakota, though. Dakota is getting better in the ring, and she's getting more airtime, and she just looks good. Let's be honest here. Yeah, she did. I would say Becky gets carried pretty much by everybody. Get carried by everybody you could think of. Almost everybody carry this woman. I said Becky's overrated. A little overrated in my opinion. Definitely a little overrated, but like I said, this is a good way to set up the Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch. Now we have the main event, and the main event we already know. I'm sorry, before we get to the main event, we'll talk about how R-Truth and Miz, the World Tag Team Champions, they got new number one contenders as of last night for their World Tag Team Championships. And it's no other than, which didn't really surprise me, but it's a Judgment Day, which is Finn Balor and JD. Then they had a little segment with Kiana James, but they're going to compete and face R-Truth and Miz for the tag team belts. And I believe that Judgment Day is going to defeat Awesome Truth and become the new tag team champion. So this is going to be a good setup. I like Awesome Truth, very good comedic tag team, very funny and all that. Let's be honest, they are a comedy act. They're not to be taken seriously as a World Tag Team Champions. Come on now. Let's be serious. Let's not be stupid about this.
Kingston, jaw and face planted.
Let's be realistic here. They are not going to keep them tag team belts much longer. It's going to be Judgment Day going to defeat them and become the new tag team champions. So I know, Awesome Truth was a good pop at WrestleMania. But yeah, we got new number one contenders for them tag team champions. We got the Judgment Day. Definitely Judgment Day kicking in. Definitely doing their thing. And it was not surprising. I expected them to win last night, especially after they were the tag team champs heading into WrestleMania. But unfortunately, they weren't because they lost in six-pack challenge. This is Damien's world champ. Finn needs a new tag team partner. No one than JD, his protege, aka what you call him, Little Prince or something like that. But these guys very well positioned to win the tag team belts. Like I said, it's a good way to set them up. And I think when they do win the tag team belts, they're going to go branch off their separate ways. Damien go his way. Carlito and Dominic go their way. I think that's where Judgment Day is headed right now, especially with Rhea Ripley being out with injury. I believe that's where they're going to go with that. That's where it's going to be headed to. It will be Judgment Day win the World Tag Team belts, but they're going to branch off and go on their own. And that's how everybody splits from Judgment Day quietly. Quietly. That's how I see them splitting up from each other. I think that'd be the best solution to break them up because Damien clearly wants to be on his own anyway. Let's be realistic here. That's what he wants, and that's what he's more likely going to get sooner or later because Damien's holding his own. We saw that when he kicked off Raw tonight. That's how it's going. And, more power to him. More power to Damien. And more Judgment Day for whatever they want to do. See what else we got comment here. Yeah, exactly, CeeLo. I mean, that's how it's gonna go. But like I said, I'm rooting for Judgment Day to win the tag team belts. They're more suited for the belts anyway than some goofy R-Truth. I don't think that was PG. We don't want to hear all that. None of tag team champs. But we gonna get to the main event. And the main event, as we know, it came down to Jey Uso and Ilja. Jey Uso wins the match. He hit with a frog splash, and then he advances. So next week we have Jey Uso versus Gunther. Whoever wins next week in the King and Queen of the tournament semifinal will go on to the King and Queen of the Ring PLE in 2 weeks, a week from Saturday, matter of fact, and then will go on to compete for King of the Ring. So this was a very good, solid match. Ilja did his thing. Jey did his thing. Jay's looking smooth in the ring. I'll give it to Jey. Jay's just over with that crowd with the yeet. He's just over. And I knew Ilja would not defeat Jey. I knew that was not going to happen. I just knew it wasn't going to happen. That's the feeling I had on the whole thing. You guys could tell me otherwise. I didn't see him defeating Jey and going on. It just came to the, he just came to the Raw roster and everything. So I didn't see that going down like that. But I will say that he put up a good fight. Ilja did the H-bomb, kicked out. The H-bomb, I'm sorry that just the H-bomb not sold on. It still looks weak to me. I kind of feel like this way do the H-bomb. That's how I felt when he used the NXT. So other than that, though, good setup for Jey. But like I say again, Gunther's going to win the whole thing. He's going to defeat Jey Uso next week, too. I just don't see Jey advancing. I see him getting screwed some way, shape, or form. And there ain't no prediction. That's a spoiler.
And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Yeah, so that's how I see that going down next week on Monday Night Raw. Gunther's going to defeat Jey. He's going to defeat him. Let's just call it what it is. He's going to defeat that man next week. You can't tell me otherwise. He's going to defeat him. And I don't see how Jey can beat him. Jey's hot, but Gunther, it make more sense for him to get the win. That's how it should be booked properly. But other than that, though, guys, that's how I see it going down. That was a good match. Like I said, you got Jey and Gunther next week. But other than that, though, guys, that's the whole end of Monday Night Raw. Figure 4 TV said, how do you see them booking Jey to lose? Jey gonna get screwed by probably the YS6. They said, rumored that he said something about the YS6, Firefly. That how the debut in YS6 will come in, or we could have Solo and Tama Tonga and his little brother come to SmackDown to screw him. Because remember, they did take out Jimmy Uso. They could take out Jey too, and they could even write Jey off TV, so like they wrote off his brother, off for a week or so. That'd be a good way to get them boys back together, Jimmy and Jey, and even maybe Roman for that matter. So that's how I would do it. But who am I to say that? But that's how that should be properly booked. I would definitely go down and do it that way because it would be great to do. So Jey will lose by getting screwed either by the debut in YS6 or the Bloodline. Bloodline has screwed him plenty of times. Let's not forget about that at all. So that's how that will go down. But other than that, though, that's what I got for SmackDown. I mean, for Raw, I'm sorry. Excuse me, it's what I have for Raw. So, YS6 definitely. Let me get my review on Raw before we enter this bonus round. My Raw review for the week is a 3.5 out of 5. Raw was good, had some good points, had a good tournament matches, solid ones, but we had useless matches of Becky Lynch, Dakota Kai. I mean, it wasn't useless. It was a good match, but, his story was told. That was good, too. I'll take that back. That was a good point. What I was going to say is a bad point is these little useless backstage segments. That was a waste of time. Then we had, the Sami Zayn match. Didn't care for that. The whole Otis, Sami Zayn and a few other pointless matches. Some things just couldn't be left unsaid. Didn't have to be touched on this Monday Night Raw. But other than that, though, very good, solid Raw, 3.5 out of 5. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do next week's tournament. In a good intro to kick off Raw with Damian and Drew. Also, we did have Lillian Garcia come back. That was a bonus. Lillian Garcia passing the torch to Samantha Irvin. I wanted to mention that too. That was a good moment for the WWE Universe. Good moment her pass the torch. And Lillian still look good, man, at her age. Samantha Irvin looked there's something weird about Samantha Irvin when she looked lately. Got a little weird shaped body, in my opinion. But I know everybody's in awe with Samantha Irvin. I'm just calling it how it is. But other than that, though, guys, that's what I have regarding of the whole Monday Night Raw. We're gonna be solid. It's gonna be a good one. Next week, we got the finals, the last of the matches for the tournament. Other than that, though, guys, that's how we gonna do it. I'm going to end things on Facebook. Facebook is a bye-bye. We gotta go. You want to catch out more? Come to the Red Carpet Ring on YouTube only. I'm about to enter the bonus round. So, yes, Garcia is definitely the GOAT. So, Facebook, that's it. Do this. Now, give me a moment, guys. I will enter the bonus round in a second. We're going to get that going. We're going to talk about these untelevised matches. Why weren't they on television as they should have? We're going to get into that. Give me 1 second. We'll get there. All right. We are here at the bonus round here. The bonus round, we are going to talk about it. Now, with the King of the Ring tournament, as we know, is getting pushed. It's kind of quick. All matches were not on TV. Why? They just weren't, for whatever reason. But we definitely going to talk about how it was good matches, not on tournament, not televised. We know that LA Knight and Timothy Stratton were definitely should have been on TV. So let's talk about it. Now, they both advanced in the tournament. We had LA Knight advanced and Timothy Stratton advanced. This was this past weekend. I believe LA Knight defeated Santos Escobar, and Tiffany, I believe, defeated I can't remember who she defeated, but I do know that both of these two advanced. And I think it's just a problem with that. I said this would be a fallback of the King of the Ring tournament. Tournament matches all need to be televised no matter what. Everything needs to be televised. I think that will really help it out. Especially for LA Knight. We know that he needs to be highlighted. I know he still has some steam, but it's starting to go down. His stock is not as high as he used to be. LA Knight, if you don't televise everybody, you're gonna get that even in the tournament to begin with. So we want him to know that he's in a tournament, and we want to know if we can even, we consider him to win a tournament if you need to televise. He has to be televised, especially LA Knight, the way his stock's been dropping down. He's been definitely dropping down. And I think this tournament was definitely a good way to put him back into the mix for being noticed, for being a superstar and everything and such. But you can't do that if you don't have matches that are not televised on TV. You can't tell me that's going to help his character, because it's not. It's not going to help his character at all. He already was going down the turnpike. Now he's going down even more. It got so bad that people was complaining about the matches that he even tweeted about it. Let's see what LA Knight had to say. He said on his ex Twitter account, whatever you guys want to call it, I appreciate everyone saying this match should have been on TV, but no need to throw live events crowds under the bus. Live events are where WWE roster has as much fun as possible. Not only having a great match, but a match with huge stakes make the live events more fun. Because the fans said right there, congratulations to both. But what a shame, too, the most popular names in each tournament were delegated to a house show advancement to appease Shatonga. We wanted TV matches, and he was right. He had a good point on that one. We want to see that. That's what we wanted to see. And I was also came out and acknowledged that. It definitely made it noticeable.
And I'm awesome!
Yeah, so I'm glad that fan addressed that, because that needs to be addressed. Definitely need to be addressed. We want to know, what can we do to get a good match? So LA Knight, like I said, you're still a big name, but your stock has risen down. That's ever since the whole Crown Jewel 2023 competing with Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal Championship, and you did not win. And I think you need something to put your name back into the mix. Absolutely. This could have helped him at all costs, for that matter. Definitely. So I think LA Knight, this kind of brought him down some more, not televising him. And also, not just LA Knight, not just him, not just the Mr. Yeah, not just him at all, but also Tiffany Stratton. She's another person that should have been highlighted. Now I know she's new, she just got to the main roster, but she also should have been televised. She has great talent, and we also could see her winning, LA Knight winning men's tournaments. She could have won the women's Queen of the Ring. Like LA Knight could have won men's King of the Ring. And I think her not being televised kind of brought her down too. I thought she could definitely do that. Tiffany Stratton, heel on SmackDown, LA Knight, somewhere heel. Oh, Figure 4 TV said these gimmick awards are not for face characters. You're right on that one. You got a point there. Yes, undisputed right there.
And that is undisputed.
Yes, it's for heel characters only. Tiffany Stratton is definitely one pure example of that. LA Knight's more of a babyface, but she is definitely not. We know Tiffany's more of a heel. You said so clearly we don't know they are not winning. We know that they are not winning. Yeah, because if they're winning, you have them televised. I think they used them. I think these names were used for maybe shock value for the live events. Like I said, I understand WWE have to put out PLE to meet their sponsors. They contractual obligations with Saudi Arabia, King and Queen of the Ring, Saudi Arabia. I know they had to do it, but it was so rushed, and I figured that since it was so rushed right after Backlash, that it was going to hurt some characters. I knew this would happen, and Tiffany Stratton is falling victim to that. Also, Mr. LA Knight. But yeah, I think Tiffany should have definitely been highlighted, especially her performance in the Elimination Chamber, especially the past couple of weeks on SmackDown, going at it with Bayley and Naomi. They had a great match at Backlash Triple Threat for the Women's Championship. So yeah, it definitely hurt her a lot. Said something here. Tiff got hurt more because she's healed. Yeah, they just fillers. Like I said, they just shock value. And I don't like the way to do a tournament like that. I said it last week. Tournaments need to be televised, and tournaments need to have a certain format that will run the right way. And all this untelevised stuff is no good at all for either superstar or LA Knight. Like I said, let's go back to LA Knight. LA Knight, he's not hurt either, but he's not a heel. He's more of a baby face. It still hurts him. Now here's the only thing. I got one scenario. Since both LA Knight and Tiffany were hurt, since they were on non-televised matches, they're not clearly win this tournament. They could get a reward later on. Maybe this is a setup for LA Knight and Tiffany Stratton to get rewarded later on by WWE. What do I mean by that? Let's see what it is. I'm trying to predict the future here, guys. I'm trying to see what could happen. Let's say LA Knight and Tiffany are future Money in the Bank winners for this upcoming Money in the Bank this July in Canada. Let's say LA Knight wins the men's Money in the Bank. Let's say Tiffany wins the women's Money in the Bank. Maybe this will be a treat for them putting the work in. LA Knight, especially in the past year, and Tiffany, she just did an interview with I think Chris Van Fleet, stating that her goal is to win the Money in the Bank contract. Winning the contract and also having it pink. She said that's her prediction. She would like to become the women's champion. Maybe that's the whole goal that could be. You know, they could very well win these Money in the Bank contracts this year. And I can see both of them doing that. Both of them could very well win this whole thing. LA Knight would be great winning Money in the Bank character, but the other thing about Money in the Bank, you're gonna have to make him a heel. He's still a baby face. He's still over. If he turned into a heel, that's going to help his character. But I know Money in the Bank for Tiffany would definitely help her character. It's TV time. She's a heel. That would definitely put her over and definitely set her up to become a future women's champion or women's world champion for that matter. Because Tiffany, I said, is the future. But I could see this helping her out a great, tremendous deal. And the Money in the Bank can help LA Knight in a great, tremendous deal. So these are something that you got to look forward to. This is something we can't ignore. I could see this happening with both of them. Because remember, Money in the Bank is not that far from now. We are in May. We only got 2 months left until both of these, LA Knight and Tiffany, could be the future Money in the Bank winners, men and women's. I could very well see that happening. Now, what show they decide to go on, what championship they decide to go on, that's up to them. But I could see these two winning that. I have a vision. LA Knight's going to have to turn heel, but he didn't get the championship, and it killed his buzz. It did kill his buzz, no doubt about it. It definitely hurt him. But I could definitely well see them making up with him with WWE by making him, and not just him, like I said, Tiffany as well. And then before you know it, these two could both be the future Money in the Bank ladder match winners. Both of them all together. I don't see why not. Yes, good idea, true. 2-night tourneys, no more 3-week tournaments. Exactly. Yes, I can see these two in the contract. They are my picks right now. We're standing right now, May 14th. LA Knight wins the men's Money in the Bank contract, and he was rumored to win it last year. Him or Logan Paul was rumored to win it. And LA Knight has not held a single championship yet in WWE. This would be a good way to start off his accolades in his career. And then Tiffany, who's still hot, her goal is to win the Money in the Bank contract. She would like it pink. That's going to put her over alone. These both could definitely take off winning this Money in the Bank contract. LA Knight be champion, Tim become champion. Now, with LA Knight cashing on Cody, that remains to be seen. Could LA cash in on Damian? That remains to be seen as well. If I guess, I would say have to cash in on Cody because Cody, has not had a real challenge yet, even though he just won a title. Now, he don't have to cash it right away. LA Knight can have it for maybe 3-4 months, maybe 6 months tops. Not as long as Damian. And then Tiffany, she can cash in on Bayley. She already feuded against Bayley. Why not? Why not go that route? It makes perfect sense to do that with both of them. That's just a thought I have. These two could very well help each other out. And I think WWE is going to make it up to them. I believe they're going to make it up to these two by having them win this contract this year. So I don't see anybody else who's capable of winning this Money in the Bank contract then Tiffany and LA, they're great candidates for that because they're clearly not going to win this tournament at all. They're not winning this tournament. They advanced, but instead of winning these two tournaments, they could win these two. That's all I'm saying. That's a great makeup for these two right here. I don't see why it wouldn't go down that way. So that's what I believe is going to go happen with upcoming Money in the Bank. I think it'll be a huge pop for LA Knight winning, and it'll definitely be a huge pop for Tiffany winning. But LA Knight is going to tweak his character, as I said before, and get him to becoming more of a monster heel, a more ruthless heel that will do anything and anything to become champion. He can say his history. Hey, I was screwed at Crown Jewel facing Roman. I got so close. And then I got close again in a 4-way match at the Royal Rumble with himself, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Keith Roman. I lost again. This would be definite that LA Knight, when he do win a contract, he is definitely going to be bona fide to be a future world champion. He can cash in on Cody, and then he can get over it. I can see him being close for that championship, doing it that way. We got a question here. Figure 4 TV said, who do you think will be queen of the ring? By looking at it, who could win this queen for the ring? I would say it's gonna come down to Jade Cargill and Nia Jax. One of those two are gonna win. If I had to pick, I still got my money on Nia. I don't expect Lyra to win right now or anything else. I would say I don't expect Bianca to win either. So I still got Nia Jax. But you guys also let me know who you guys got winning the whole thing. I got Nia Jax. CeeLo, he say he got Nia as well. Tiffany clearly is not going to win this tournament. She's going to be a future contract winner. You said LA Knight and Jey Uso are both in the same wrong position, but over or losing matches. Man, you are that Figure 4 TV. You are that good. You are that damn good, man. Oh, man. You good, man.
Because I am that damn good.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's just useless points positions. And the king of the ring for the men's, I already said I got Gunther, so that's who I got. But like I said, since Tiffany and LA don't win this, that's why that statement you said right there, they lose positions. This is why it's perfect to put him in a position. This is why he should definitely be a Money in the Bank contract winner. That's why he should be more suitable, more qualified than anybody to win his contract. This will be a good way to boost his character back up. Whatever wrongs they did to LA Knight in the past, they can make it up by giving this contract. Let him win Money in the Bank this year. Remember, last year, LA Knight and Logan Paul were the top two guys rumored to win the Money in the Bank contract last year. Vince McMahon wanted Logan Paul to win. Triple H wanted LA Knight to win, and it ultimately became Damian Priest to win, who is the current World Heavyweight Champion, cashing on that contract. This year, let's make LA Knight the winner, as it should have been last year while he was white hot. And Tiffany, definitely, I don't see nobody else win that contract but her. I don't see Lyra winning it. I don't see Blair Davenport, Kiana James. I see Tiffany winning that contract. I don't see IYO SKY winning last year. I don't see no Zoey, Shayna, or Jade, anybody win that contract. Give it to Tiffany Stratton. Give it to her. Tiffany needs a contract. She needs to make her name, her mark on SmackDown, her mark on the main roster as Tiffany time. Give her that accolade of being Miss Money in the Bank. Tiffany time. Toodles. But yeah, same with LA Knight. And you said something here. One of these guys need to win now. And it's LA Knight. I'm sorry Jey Uso's not going to win because Jey Uso's a tag team competitor, not a single star. They waited so late in his career to make him a single star. 10, 12, 13 years later? Let's be serious. Let's give it to LA Knight. Someone who is hot. I know LA Knight's not as hot as he was as Jey Uso now, but give it to LA Knight, who still has some little star power left. Jason Waters said, what time is it? It's 10:13 my time, Central Standard Time. I don't know what time zone you're in. But yeah, oh, you said TV time. What am I thinking? Oh man, I'm going in, Jason Waters. Welcome to the ring. It is Tiffy time. I thought you meant actual time. Yes, definitely Tiffy time. Definitely Tiffy time. Yes, it's time for her to win that. It's time for her to win that contract. These are the two people I have winning the Money in the Bank contract for men and women's. If you don't have one, at least have one to win it. If you got some bad people winning it, then I'm gonna look at WWE sideways, and I'm gonna think that it's definitely capped with what y'all doing if you don't have one of them winning. So have one of them win at least. So I think it's capped if you don't have.
That's cap. Totally cap.
It will be capped if you have the wrong person win this contract. So definitely, guys, this is the way it needs to go down. It definitely needs to go down, and everybody seems like they're on the Tiffy time, parade. Tiffy time also needs to be done. But like I said, just because they lost, they're not going to win this tournament. Don't mean they can't win elsewhere. So that's all I have regarding. You got to see anything else? That's all I have regarding the subject, though, guys. That's all I have regarding the bonus round here. Stated why good matches in the tournament not televised. We're talking about LA Knight and Tiffany Stratton. Why they advanced, but no one saw it on TV. But they could be rumored to win. It could be going to position to win the men's and women's Money in the Bank contract later on. Thank you all of you guys for coming out on the live chat and on the playback. Greatly appreciated. Two videos will pop up. One will be who's the odds-on favorite to win Queen of the Ring. Next one will be WWE need to change format of King and Queen of the Ring. Let's see. LA Knight, yeah, absolutely. We need them in there. But thank you guys for coming out. Until then, guys, it is OUT.